Senior weekend was a success. A 73-67 win over Parkside, 65-61 win over Purdue. Two very intense, very close wins. I don't think in either of those games, either team led by double digits at any point. So this time of year, I mean all year, but especially this time of year, you have to be able to win those close games where
Yes.
neither team's had much of an edge. So talk about the significance of these wins for your squad.
Oh, they're huge, especially the momentum that it builds going into this weekend. But just at the end of the year is when teams are really tired and people are worn out, and you just got to kind of grind it out and kind of keep going. And I don't know if we did that at the beginning of the year. We lost a couple of the close games early, where now I think we're adjusting a little bit and we're making those adjustments throughout the game, but also just in our players and what they're doing on the court is getting us to be successful, which is huge.
What a weekend for Joe, huh? Over 50% shooting both games, went toe-to-toe with the reigning player of the year, moved into 9th in program history in career scoring, and did so as one of the team's leaders in rebounding both games.
Yes.
She's done a lot this year. Talk about, this past weekend, the year she's put together, and of course that milestone moving into top 10 in scoring, still with the year on the table.
For sure. She's a great player. She loves to score, and she has the capability to score. And the other thing is she wants the ball in her hands too. And she's one of those players who she's very confident with what she's doing. She hit her free throws too. I think she was 8 for 8 from the line on Saturday. I mean, all of those little things, she was just executing all the little things, which was huge for us. And we can put a ball in her hand, and she's got the ability to get to the rim and to make things happen.
So, talking about the offense expanding beyond Joe a little bit, we've talked a lot about it this season.
Yep.
Right now, the Cats are actually averaging above 60 points per game for the first time since 2015.
Yay!
How's the offense really come together over these past couple of weeks?
I think a lot of it we talk about is just we're getting the shots at the beginning of the year. We just weren't connecting with them. We weren't putting them in the rim. And when you're shooting layups and you're getting to the rim and you're getting good shots, it's literally you just got to put them in. And they set some team goals before each game, and I let them set some of the goals. And some of their goals is we got to shoot better as a team. And I think once we get focused with whatever we're doing, we're really, really good. And that's kind of what we're talking about. And when we can knock down shots, and I think it was 73 that we shot, or points that we scored on Thursday, and we just got to keep on putting up points, and that's when it's fun, and that's when it's exciting, and that's what we want to do.
The obvious storyline, the 31 points, but then come off of that, you have 7 others contribute to that score, 19
Yes.
points off the bench, and while that is a crazy feat, you still need more to do it. So talk about the others that contributed to all that success.
Oh, it takes everybody, and we've been talking about that from the beginning of the year, is that we need more people to score, and more people, I mean, and not just coming off the bench too, but even Mackenzie's doing a great job at the point guard. Our starters are being more productive, whether they're grabbing boards or doing whatever, but then coming off the bench, obviously we have Sarah Newcomer who comes off the bench. Abby now is healthy again. She's coming out. Viv is doing a great job in the post and scoring points, but she's putting in more time too. They're taking it very seriously, and they want to be good, and they want to have these wins. So I think that's a big part of it, is they kind of take it on their own. Elena comes in off the bench. She can put up points. Nims, I mean, we literally, Dre, you can keep going. Each day you kind of got to figure out who's got the hot hand that day and who's going to get a little bit more minutes, but they're ready to go, which is a good thing here coming down the stretch.
Yeah, it feels like the depth has definitely improved as far as their quality of playing. We talked about Sarah before, getting her the confidence to take a lot of those shots.
Oh,
She
yes.
knocked down a couple of those threes just this weekend. Now, with her situation, kind of apply it to the others. How do you get them to have that confidence to take those shots and be like McKaylee in that way where they want the ball in their hands in those situations?
It's talking about it. It's watching film and saying, okay, this is what we need to do at this time. But also talking to them and talking them through, like, hey, it's okay. Like, you're going to not make all of them, but you have to have that next play mindset that you're going to make the next one. Shooters got to shoot. And in practice, we shoot very well, which is why it's really frustrating as a coach, because when you're on the court, you want them to shoot that well as well. So it's just getting them in the mindset of getting ready to score, and it obviously helps when they get to watch the men's game and they put up a ton of points and they knock down a lot of shots. So that we just got to keep that momentum going in our way.
The Cats are certainly going to need a couple of hot hands and all the momentum they can muster going into the SDC on Saturday, where Michigan Tech is a cool 12-0 this year. Coach,
Yes.
your thoughts on the task ahead.
Oh, we're excited. It's a great game every year. We're going to go up there. We're going to battle for sure. I know that we're revved up. We played them very well down here. We just had a couple oopses in a couple different places. And when you play good teams and you have those oopses, they capitalize on it. So our defense has got to be really good. We got to be able to slow them down, but definitely our offense has got to get going and we got to find shots. But again, we got to convert on that, whether it's through Joe or whether it's through anybody on our team. We all got to be ready to score. And that's something that I think we're slowly getting into, is that more people that are touching the ball, that they got to put the ball up and they got to be confident with what they're doing. And I think right now we got a pretty good thing going. We just got to make it happen on Saturday.
Yeah, that 12-0 number isn't just relevant in the sense that it's Michigan Tech's home record. It's also their record against Northern Michigan the last 12 times we've played them. So when you have a run like that, where it just feels like one team really has your number, what do you have to do, like, mentally to go into a game like that, where, you know, no one on your roster has beaten this team ever? So how do you just detach yourself from that and say it's not like we're facing the juggernaut here? This is basketball.
It's kind of how we face every game. You want to go 1-0 that day. You're not worried about the next opponent. You're not worried about where you're at. You're not worried about the three-point line. They're all the same. You have to approach it as the same game as where you're playing and what you're doing. And having the mindset of it doesn't matter who we're playing. Our non-conference schedule has been really good. Our conference is really good. You're going into battle, and it's gonna be tough, and it's gonna be strong, and it's not gonna be easy. And we know that going in, and we just have to have that tough mentality, and see what happens on Saturday.